Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffy Noodle Legs here today. Got another unboxing here today. This is from So Many Legs, and today I'm received one of the giants of the species. So quite exciting. It's something I didn't think I would be doing. Getting sort of like the larger tarantulas. I tend to go for the more medium size and dwarf size species, but yeah, I think it's time now for me to get one of the larger species. As you may know, I did pick up a large Exoterra, 45 by 45 by 45. So I've been pondering what to do with it, and so I went and got one of the larger species. Now, before you get excited, it's not an adult yet. It's a juvenile. So it's it's a giant species, but it's not a giant as yet, and it won't be going into the 45 by 45 by 45 yet, because I don't want it to get lost in there. Anyway, this has arrived. It's from So Many Legs. As you know, I do like buying from them. I can only recommend them to you guys. They're fantastic sellers with amazing prices, amazing species, and they always come really well packaged, and they are really well, sort of like when you get them you can see they've been well looked after. I can only recommend Andy and So Many Legs to you. If you've never purchased from them, I highly recommend you give them a go. And their postage isn't too bad either. Their postage for a live animal, I believe, is under a tenner. So it's definitely worth. So let's have a quick look to see what species we've got, shall we? Okay. So we do the traditional things Andy does. It does a box in a box. So we'll take that out. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking of a couple of things to put into their large enclosure. I was thinking of maybe a frog or something, but then I thought, well, I like my spiders, and spoke to a few friends, and they said, yeah, go for one of these. It's something that you need in your collection. So here we go then, guys. Let's have a look, see what we received today. I just threw that box over there, and I know I shouldn't have done, because I need it, as always. The packing peanuts. Let's get rid of those guys, shall we, first? Don't know if you can see anything here, guys. I get so into what I'm doing, I forget to check that you guys can see or not. So I'm just going to move out all these packing peanuts, and then we're going to move out the new spider, which is in there. Just going to check there's a heat pack in there, or yep, there is. It's still really warm. Wasn't too cold last night, but still really nice to give it at this time of year, because we are in spring. Weather can change really quick in the spring, so it's really worth doing that. Right, so let's have a look, shall we, and see what species I picked up. Ooh, very excited. Isn't it great getting new spiders, eh? There's nothing more great than getting new spiders, especially if you're having a bit of a lousy time or whatever. Treat yourself to a spider, eh? Okay, there we go, get rid of that, and I'll show you what I got. There we go. The Elazidoria parvama, which is the Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. Now, these are probably, they are known to be the third largest tarantula in the world. They do grow to quite a big size. I believe they're not as big in captive bred as they are in the wild, but they still grow to a really large size. So that 45 by 45 by 45 will be excellent. They are a terrestrial spider, so they need a terrestrial setup, and They have urticating hairs, which are type 3, which I have been told are very, very irritating. Very sort of similar to the other large spiders, the Sturmies and the Blondies. Now this urticating hairs are something you have to be wary of. So when you are ever dealing with this sort of spider, they recommend the best thing to do is wear long sleeves, wear gloves. Even if you're just going into the enclosure just to do a bit of maintenance or, you know, a bit of a clean up, put your gloves on, because they could have kicked the hairs and put them all over the enclosure, which isn't something you really want all over your hands, is it really? So there we are. This is the my new spider, the Elasidora parabama, which is the Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. Yeah, I'm very excited to see it. A bit nervous because, let's say, although this one it's a juvenile, so it's not going to be that large. Andy did tell me what sort of size it's going to be, because obviously I wanted to make sure I've got the right size sort of enclosure for it. So what I need to do now is to actually prepare the setup and enclosure for it. So let's do that now. Right then, guys, so this is the enclosure it's going to go into. It's a tarantula room. I think it's a 30 by 30 by 30. I hear you all say, no, but this is a giant spider. Yes, it is, but at the moment it's a juvenile, and Andy has told me it's about 3.5 inches. So this is going to be awesome for it, because although again 3.5 inches, some of you be saying, but isn't that too big for a 3.5 inch? No, it's not. I always try to give my spider the more space I possibly can. Now if I put it straight into that 45 by 45 by 45, it will get lost, wouldn't it? You know, and it will probably struggle to find its food and things like this. But this will be fantastic for it. I mean, because it's got lots of places to explore and to go around, and so I want my spider to have enrichment in its life, so it can not just be in a little square box. You know, I do try to put my spiders in the largest container that I can get them, really, to be honest. A lot of my juveniles I put into their fully grown enclosures straight away, for a number of reasons. One, I like them to have that space. Two, I like them to build that as their home, so they know what they're doing and they know their layout, they know their height, they know everything. And also three, it just means when they're a bigger spider, I haven't got to try and transfer them, because obviously the bigger the spider, the more sort of like I don't know, maybe nervous or anxious you could be about transferring a large spider. Obviously this one I'm gonna have to transfer. I do have a 45 by 45 by 45 enclosure for it, but it's not going to be going in it at the moment, obviously, because it's a bit too small. So we're going to be waiting to put it into there until it's had a couple more molts at least. I want it to be at least 5 or over 5 inches before I move it over. Now, these tarantula room enclosures are really, really cool. Now, it might look like it's well, that's a bit scratched and that, but it's not. It's because it's got a covering on it, which I'm trying to find the end of at the moment, guys, to peel off. It's got like a, you see, so you just peel all that off. I do believe with the tarantula room ones, there is another one in the inside. So I've got to find the end of that, and so I can unpeel the inside. So excuse me guys while I mess with it. Look at me, as always, disorganised. But would you like my videos any other way? Probably yes. But yeah, I am a very disorganised person. I should have done this before I actually made the video. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm trying to find the ends of the plastic. The outside one was more obvious. This one not so obvious. Maybe I found it. Just give me a second, guys. Sorry if you're just looking at a blank art table at the moment. But I'm just trying to peel off this cover on the inside. Like I said before, when you buy these and you peel off the outside, and you might think, oh, it's still quite blurry. Just remember, it is actually in the inside as well as the out. So I cannot get my finger around the end of the inside peel, but I want to try and do it, guys, so you can see what I mean. Yes, these are really good containers, perfect for spiders. Here we go. Now look, you see, and it does just peel off in one sheet, and then when it's all off, you will see how crystal clear these are. Look at that, absolutely crystal clear, perfect for viewing. As I was saying, these are from Tarantula Room, Christoph's site. If you know Christoph, what an amazing guy he is. I got this from him because I helped him out with my Brachypelma albiceps mature male. So he said, right, as you've helped me out, I'll give you one of my nice big enclosures, and that's what he's done. Now this is going to be the perfect size for my new spider. Pinky in the Brain is going to love it in there. I don't know, I know that they're quite quick molters. They do molt quite frequently and quick, so I'm hoping she won't be in here, or he won't be in here too long, because what I plan for this one, when it's at a good size, it's going to go in the 45 by 45 by 45 exo tower, and this one then all be cleaned up and used for my Ageniculata, my Brazilian white knee, because at the moment it's still about that big. So when it's about that big, I'm going to put her in here, but at the moment she's still a little bit too small to go in there. But this will be her home. And that's how you do it, guys. And my Brazilian white knee's home will then become my Chalcodes home. So that's how you do. You just move them along as you go, and that's how I try and utilize all my enclosures while maximizing the enrichment for my spider, because I would like them I always want my spider to have a bigger enclosure than it's supposed to have. Example, I've got my T. Vegan sling. Now slings tend to go in these pots, don't they? Like little pots, like about that big, yeah. Mine's in there, so it's got more space, and it's actually utilized it. It's what this one has done. I'll show you, because it's got cork bark and everything in here. It's actually made itself a burrow. See how cool is that? So it just goes to show, you give your spider enough space, it will utilize it, and it maximizes it. And I have seen this spider at night time out and about having a little wander, you know, so it's great. Nice little setup there. I do believe that it's in pre-molt. It's one of my spiders, so my spiders to be permanently in pre-molt. So anyway, but that's a nice enclosure for a sling, you see. Now I've got her in that rather than putting them into like a tiny little pot. Yeah, I like my spiders to have enrichment, and I think giving them that space gives them that enrichment. Yeah, I'll pop her back there, or he, and let's get on with this this little setup, shall we? So first of all, I'm going to put some substrate in there. I've made some up. I've got more down there if I need more. This is obviously the sort of Terra brick from the Spider Shop, which I got from the show. It's mixed with a bit of vermiculite, a bit of leaf litter. I've gone over the top. Like I said, this isn't going to be its forever home. This is just going to be for now, until it's had a few molts. Because I say, the salmon pink bird eater do go to a good big size. I think in captivity they're mostly around sort of 8 to 9 inches, but they have been known to get up to about 10 or 11. But in the wild they even go bigger than that. So yeah, let's give this one a lovely home, shall we? Make sure we've covered the whole base first. Lovely. There we are. That's quite cool. What I'm going to do before I go any further and add any more soil, actually I am going to add a bit more. I'll add a bit more at the back here. I'm going to put the burrow in. I've got this nice bit of cork bark. I like the shape of this, so I'm going to try and make it a little round about there, so it's got that. Push it right down, guys. I like to make my soil a bit more flatter. There we go. That's quite nice, isn't it? Again, I'm going to put in some of the side there. So it's got a burrow. Let's say it's about 3.5 inches. So let's make that as deep as I possibly can for it. It might burrow down. I'll soon find out. I've got some more. Let's try and add the rest of this substrate in, shall we? And sort of pile it up a bit more. There we go. Just move that out of the way, guys. So we're going to move this around. Make it a nice little home, eh? It's in my care. I'm going to do the best I can for it. So I'm going to try and make it a nice home. I've got some more cork bark here. I'm thinking of, first of all, I want to put a little greenery in there, up against the back, I think. Let me have a little go, guys. I just like to do stuff like this, just because I think it gives a bit of covering for the spider. Yeah, I like the spider to have a bit of covering, so it's got somewhere it can sort of hide, or, and I'm also now thinking about putting something like that there for it as well, just to give it again, see if it's got anywhere it can go in and out. Let's have a little think of this one, guys. Maybe over here. Again, it's not necessarily a hide, but it's giving it something else to do, to climb on possibly. We'll put a bit of leaf in there, shall we? Bit of leaf litter. I do like these leaves I've got from the show. I would have, to be honest, I would have preferred some sort of smaller leaves, like an oak, the oak sort of leaves and stuff, just simply because wouldn't have to crumble them, because these are so big. You know, I just like to crumble it up, so it's going to make a bit of space there, guys, because there's one more thing that I need to add in there, and you all know what that is. The most important part of any enclosure. Water bowl. I've got two here. I'm going to try and see which one I like best. Okay, maybe that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Excuse me while I take off that label. That's going to sit nicely in that corner there. And I think that is pretty much the setup. I'll give you, can I bring you guys down and give you a little look and see what you think. So what do you think about that? I mean, it's got some nice enrichment there, like it's got some different leaves there. It's got something to climb upon, and it can even hide down there if it wants to. So it's got something to climb. It's got its hide down here, which I've made quite deep, as you can see. With these sort of big heavy spiders, the best advice is to have the substrate as high as you can. Now this is just a juvenile at the moment, so it doesn't need to be like right up here, because it's not a full size. But when it goes into its forever home, its Exoterra, obviously I think the front's only about that high on the Exoterra, so it will be filled up to there, but then I will be slanting it upwards towards the back, simply because if it does climb and has a little fall, it's not going to injure itself. But with this, it's going to land on there, isn't it? And it's going to land on some soft substrate. So there we go. Just gonna, there we go. I don't like any sharp edges in my enclosure. What do you think of that, guys? Think that's a nice little setup? You know, so there we go. It's got, like I said, it's got its hide, and it's also got this here. And if it fancies doing a bit of digging, it can sort of do a bit of digging, can't it? You know, I think that's a perfect little setup for it. So the only thing really to do now is to move the spider in. Let's see how that goes, shall we? So right then, guys, what do you think about the setup? I mean, I actually quite like it. I think it's quite a nice setup for this juvenile. It's rather large. It's got a nice lid, nice and secure. These are magnetised lids, by the way. They're quite strong. See? Yeah, it's not going to get out of there. So what we need to do is try and get this spider in here. Whoops, Daisy. Excuse me. Typical Joff, always disorganised. So what we need to do, guys, is try and get the spider in here safely. So I'm going to put the lid there in case I need it quickly. I do not want a runner. I don't have runners in my room. I haven't had any yet. So what we're going to try and do, if I put that like that, let me have a quick look. Yeah, we might be able to see something from there. So as you can see, I've put on long sleeves, and I've also put on my gloves. I do not want to get any urticating hairs on me if I can help it. Right, before we do that, guys, just let me have a quick mess around with the plant here. For some reason, I want that to be, if I can tuck that like that. There we go. It's giving it a bit more coverage at the top here. There we go. That looks a bit better. Looks a bit nicer. Right then, guys, it's time to try and get this spider out. Whew. As you know, I always try and do this really carefully, and I try to do it as safe as possible for the spider. Alright, and myself, obviously. Right, don't know if I can do this that way. Can you still see? Not really. Okay, guys, we'll just keep the lid handy. So what we need to do is, first of all, loosen the lid. Just going to loosen the lid. You never know, the spider might be quite lively. So we just loosen the lid gently. Once the lid's loosened, I don't remove it. I'll keep it there, and then I'll remove it safely away. I can see a leg already. Yeah, I can see a leg. She's in reverse. So I need to try very gently lift this tissue out as much as I possibly can. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see something. Be very gentle with the tissue. Oh, no, none of that in this house, my darling. You're in the noodle room now. There's a few rules. Hair kicking is to a minimum. You allowed it today, but it's to a minimum. No fret poses, and no bolting. They're just the 3 rules in the noodle room. There we go. Now we've got that out, it might make it a bit easier to try and get the spider out. Now, this spider is in backwards, because I can see his bum bum. So what we're going to need to do is try and encourage it to come out this way. So I'm going to very gently roll the tissue, gentle as I can. Here we go. Spider looks like it wants to come out. There it goes. Oh, she's got a really bald bum. She's definitely been kicking those hairs. Yeah, come on, my darling. You've been kicking those hairs. There we go. Straight away, it's up there on the side. I'll try and give you guys a better look, and you can see that bald bum. Very bald bottom. So, yeah. Well, there we go. That wasn't too bad. I think we got her in quite safely. Can't believe how bald that bottom is. Abdomen does look like a good size though. Again, knowing my luck, possibly into pre-molt, but yeah, very bald bottom there. She's definitely been a hair kicker. That's going to end here, my darling. Yeah, here you won't be able to do that because you've got a beautiful home now. The spider's already got a name. I don't know if it's male or female, but it's already got a name. His name is Pinky and the Brain. Obviously, it could be in a salmon pink. So that's Pinky and the Brain. What a beautiful spider. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, go have a look around our new home. Thinking, oh, this is better than that tub I was in. Yeah. I forgot to do one thing, guys, as I always do. and that's put the water in. So let me just put the camera down for a minute, my darlings. There we go. I'll just pop that down. You won't see anything for the moment because I'm going to go on the hunt for my water bowl, my water, because this little baby could be thirsty after the journey. Let's put the water in there. There we go. Let's go back down and have a little look. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to get some water in that bowl. She's discovering her plant. Hopefully she'll discover her water bowl. Or he. Looks like it's discovering the hide. That's a good size. That's a really nice spider, and I think this is going to be a really good size. And I think it'll only take a molt or two before she'll be big enough to go into the full size enclosure. What a beautiful spider. Look at that bald booty. Now, bald booties can mean a number of things. Hair kicking, obviously, for one. Two, it could also be a molting sign, like a pre-molt sign. Simple reason being, I think they tend to kick those herticating hairs off before a molt. I think these new worlds can't molt without sort of kicking them off, because a lot of time you'll see a shiny bald booty. This one's not so shiny. I think this one's just been more of a hair kicker. But she's beautiful. Or he. I think the enclosure's a nice size for the size of the spider. Yeah, she's having a good little wander around, isn't she? What a beautiful animal. Well, guys, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to thank a few people. My favourite YouTubers that I always like to watch. I like to give them a thank, as I always do, because they deserve it, guys. Oh, this one's climbing up. So what I'm going to do, guys, very safely put the lid on. Do not want an escapee. There she is. Look at that. Look at those fangs. Yeah, he can't get out now. Got the lid on. It's a good lid. Good strong lid. Yeah. So the YouTubers. Okay. I'd like to thank Mark the Spider Guy. That's Mark with his amazing channel with great rehousings. Watch his channel, guys, please. Peter Webster, another amazing channel. Doesn't put a lot up lately, but he has put a few new videos up. But he's got some amazing videos that he's put up over the period of time. He's been into the hobby for a long time, you know. So please go and check Peter and give him the love. Absolutely amazing guy. Leah's Unusual Pets, go and check her channel out, please, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Lots of different animals for you to see on there, not just spiders. Yeah, fantastic. Phil's Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. Please go and check his channel out. Great channel. Always puts videos up, mostly on a Sunday. So check out his channel. Lots of introductions to different species of animals on there, so check his channel out, please, guys. Victoria's Tea in the Deep Blue Sea. It's mostly aquatic, but she has recently received spiders, so I think we're going to get some more spider videos from her, which is fantastic. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking at this beautiful animal. Russell's RS Design. Check his channel out. Fantastic. He's just starting to put some videos up lately, and a few shorts. He put one up this week with his curly hair. It's brilliant. Hello, baby. You coming for a climb? Mitch's Unseen Universe. Go and check his channel out. He does a lot of streams, actually. He does a lot of unboxings, feedings, rehousings, all on stream. Absolutely brilliant channel. Check his channel out, guys. Please, it's a really, really good channel, and he's such a nice guy. So check out Mitch's channel. Derek's Reptile Innovation. Check his channel out, guys. Absolutely brilliant channel. Fantastic. Lots of builds on reptiles, and he's got a few spiders as well, so he has a few spider videos up, so worth checking his channel out. And his bug babies, again, not posted a lot lately, but she's still got the content on her channel, which is fantastic. So check her channel out. I do like her channel. It's very, very good. Greg's 8 legs, 4 wheels. Sorry, Greg. Yeah, great if you had 8 wheels, and it may be super fast. Yeah, 8 legs, 4 wheels. Check out his channel. Does some fantastic videos. Yeah, he's had a bit of a sad week this week, losing one of his species, and he's a bit upset about that. So give Greg some love and follow his channel for his guys, please. Absolutely brilliant. Robbie's Talking Teas. Brilliant channel, another one of my favourites. Check his channel out. Does a lot of sorry, just throwing the box away. He does a lot of videos on his channel, along with Annie Arachnids. Check her channel out. She's a great little YouTuber. Got some good videos up there. Puts them up regularly. So yeah, check her channel out, guys, please. Dave's Little Beasties, Dave Fisher. We all know Dave. You know, he's famous for his pairing videos and his rehousing videos and his builds and his bioactive builds. Go and check his channel out, guys. Absolutely fantastic channel. I can only recommend that to you. Amazing channels. All these people are amazing. There are a few good other ones out there, I mean, but these people are amazing. And of course, don't forget our lovely Scott with Scott's Inverts. Don't forget, check his channel out. Absolutely awesome channel. He does a live stream every Tuesday, so please check it out and go to his live streams. They're fantastic. All right, so you check all these channels out, please, guys. So then, guys, what did you think of that? What a beautiful animal. What a broad bottom. No, I mean, I'm very happy to have it in my collection. A lot of people have been telling me, yeah, you need one of these in your collection. They're stable to the hobby. And are they beginner species? Yes, they can be, if you feel confident enough and realise that they are going to get big. You know, you must realise that they are going to get big. So make sure you are wary of that, and that you've got the space for that as well. But yeah, I'm really happy to have one in my collection. All those guys I mentioned, please go and check their channels out. You know, they are absolutely fantastic. Please follow my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love you to be joining my little family of spider friends. Please, and comment down below. I will always try my best to answer your comments. As long as I'm not at work. I do work a lot, guys. But if I'm not at work, I will always try and respond to your comments. Yeah, well, yeah, so there's one other thing I must say about this tarantula room enclosure that is really good. Now, there's a lot of substrate in here, but it's light as a feather. Because it's not glass, it's acrylic perspex, it's light as a feather. So that's fantastic. You know, if you're going to be moving stuff around, she's up there, see? Yeah. Nice deep substrate there, guys. Okay. Just in case any of you are wondering, I know there's a lot of followers out there like, oh, your substrate's not enough. Yes, it is. Really light. Christoph, tarantula rooms. Go and check out tarantula rooms. Fantastic enclosures. They've just made a catch cup, which is like a long tube, which is easy for catching them. I do plan to invest in one of those in the future. But go and check Christoph's tarantula rooms out. He also sells spiders, and they all seem really reasonably priced. So go and check his channel out. I've not brought any spiders from there yet, but I keep looking to buy from other sites, but I just get drawn back to So Many Legs. I think because you sort of get to trust, a certain seller. I know some people only shop with the spider shop, some shop with Portsmouth tarantulas, which are both awesome. I've shopped with them both. My curly hair is from Portsmouth, and my Brachypelma hamori is from the spider shop. Brilliant. I haven't really seen that hamori since she's arrived. She's still hid behind that plant, with the massive balloon-like abdomen. So please, I know they take forever to molt out, but she's definitely in pre-molt. She's not eating at the moment, but what I do, because she's hid underneath the plastic plant, once or twice a week I mist that plant, so there's water droplets, so she's getting water. I still put food in, guys. I still put food in. Still offer them food because it might be something they need. They might need that little bit of extra nutrition and fluid to help them with their molt. They might get close enough and think, I need that now, so always put it in. Yes, Christos tarantula rooms, fantastic. This enclosure is brilliant. I highly recommend their enclosures. I think they're excellent. A lot of people are concerned about the lack of ventilation in them. Now, he breeds so many spiders and keeps them in them and has no problems with them. I've had no problems with them. The only issue I've had with one was my cylinder one, but that might be my fault, making it too moist in there, so it's attracting all the little gnats. But that's not a big problem because the gnats don't hurt the spider. They're just a bit unsightly, aren't they? That's the only issue I've had with any of them. I still have that cylinder. I've been thinking about that and what to put in it. I am thinking of a true spider. I don't have any yet. Obviously it's not going to be a jumping spider because that's miles too big, but I'm thinking of using that for a true spider in the near future, so keep your eyes open for that. But this enclosure is fantastic for this spider. It's not going to be in here too long because apparently they molt quite quickly, and they get to, every time they molt they tend to sort of like grow quite a size with the next molt. When you do get a new spider, if they do this up here on the glass, don't worry, they all do that because it's a brand new environment. The spider's natural instinct is to go up, and so she'll be up there and her senses will be adjusting to her new environment, and eventually she'll find a place to hide, and then she'll sit there for a while, a day or two. Then she'll start having a little walk around and discovering her little environment. That's just what they do, and that's what spiders do, I think human beings have this instinct to, because I suppose because the most common pets are dogs and cats that need more attention and need your actual physical interaction to actually make their life easier and possible. Spiders don't need that. Okay, they quite perfectly do it themselves. So just try and remember that, and just remember, if you don't see a spider for a while, it's fine. It's fine. I've not seen my curly hair for 2 months. It's buried itself. If it gets to 8, 9 months, 10 months, I'm not seeing it, I might have a little rummage around and have a little look to make sure it's okay. But yeah, just leave them do what they want to do. Even with the curly hair, I still drop food in there. If it's still there the next day, I take it out. I still give it water in the water bowl. I still spray water down the side of one of its, down the glass, just so it can drip down. So if it wants some water, it can find it. I'm waffling. I waffle a lot, guys, and I'm sorry about that. But I hope you like the new spider. I do. Yeah, it's got. I like the board bottom. It's really cool. Pinky in the Brain. That's its name. I think it's perfect for it because it's the Brazilian salmon pink bird eater. So Pinky in the Brain. That's the first thing that came to mind, and so that's what it's going to be. And I'm hoping it's going to have a great life here. Like I said, as soon as it's molted out a couple of times and got to a good size, it's going into that big enclosure. And I might even try and put some live plants in there. I don't think I'll do a bioactive, but I'm going to attempt putting some live plants in there, some sturdy live plants. So if you guys can recommend some nice sort of big leafed, colourful plants that will survive well, give us a shout. Alright, because that'd be good. I should probably dig them out, but I'm going to attempt it. That's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching this video. Please look after one another. It's a weird world out there at the moment, okay? It's a strange place. So we all need one another, because that's what will get us through. And that's what beats any evil. Until next time, please take care of one another, and I really hope to see you all soon.